Hey, Pokedad fan club, it's me, Pokedad, and today we've got another Pokemon news update. We're gonna look at three more cards from Rage of the Broken Sky here. In English, it's gonna be called Breakpoint. Now, believe it or not, it just seems like Breakthrough just came out for us in the English-speaking world, and yet Rage of the Broken Sky is going to be coming out in just 10 or 11 days, something like that. So we'll have this full set out very shortly, and I'll do a full set review like I always do. But let me tease you with a couple new cards that we've seen so far. So in Breakthrough, we had Parallel City, which had the dual type stadium. And so in Breakpoint, we're also going to get another one. And I kind of like this one in a way. In another way, I don't, and I'll kind of discuss that in a moment. And then we're also going to look at Scizor EX and Mega Scizor EX. But this is called Reverse Valley, and it's got a blue and a red side like Parallel City. So the blue side, choose which way this card faces before you play it. This Pokemon's Metal Pokemon, this player's Metal Pokemon take 10 less damage from his or her opponent's Pokemon's attacks. Okay, very interesting. Throw in Hard Charms, Assault Vests, even that new Fighting Spirit Belt, and throw this in along with Shield Energies, and man, Metal, it's going to be hard to actually hurt Metal when you throw in all the different possibilities in this stadium. It's going to make Metal type Pokemon a force to be reckoned with, at least defensively, to have to knock them out. And that actually is good for attackers like Aegislash EX, who doesn't necessarily hit really, really hard, but if you even can get through an attack through his ability, if he has all of this other stuff on him, will you even be able to hurt him, or, what may be like a 2-hit KO, maybe a 3-hit KO now, or what may have been a normal 1-hit KO is now going to be a 2-hit KO. So, and if you have to use Hex Maniac to get through Aegislash, that means you're going to have to use it twice now. So I think this could be very good in Metal decks. Now the red side, choose which way this card faces before you play it. This Pokemon's Darkness type Pokemon. This player's Pokemon attacks do 10 more damage to his or her opponent's active Pokemon. This, I know, is going to be a playable stadium in probably in nearly every Metal deck and every Dark deck. I mean, right now, Dark really doesn't have a great stadium to rely on. I've seen where they're using Faded Town, or they were using Parallel City, or, I mean, you can use the one that takes the weakness down. But this is going to be really good. I mean, to add an extra 10 damage for a deck that's already super strong. I mean, Yveltal EX is already one of the top tier archetypes, and when this set breaks in the US, we're going to be going back into a expanded format for regionals. So, I mean, you're going to have Darkrai, Yveltal with Zoroark and Zoroark Break added into the mix, along with Dark Patch. And this stadium, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Dark decks in the expanded format coming up next regionals. That's just my guess. Now, what I don't like is, and don't get me wrong, I mean, if you're a competitive player, you play what gives you the best chance of winning. What I don't like is that they're not really spreading the love evenly throughout all the different types. I mean, when was the last time you saw a fairy deck other than our Aromatisse build make it into a top championship? It seems like fighting and water typically get a lot of support. And now Dark is getting more support, even though they really don't need it. It is good. I will say it is good that Metal's getting some support, because they've really been kind of pushed to the wayside too. So I'm glad that they're getting this card for them. But it just seems like some of the other, like Fire. I know we got a little bit of support in the last set for Fire, but when was the last time a Fire deck really did well? Anyway, so that's my little rant. Let's move right on to the next thing we want to talk about. So we want to look at Scizor EX. All right, and there he is. It is a metal type Pokemon, so we just talked about metal Pokemon metal getting support. Is this gonna be the metal champion? I'm not so sure. Let's take a look at it, and you can give me your opinion on what you think. I'll give you my brief opinion. For 1 metal energy, you can do Steel Wing, which does 20 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attacks. Well, one good thing about this is it's going to give you time to set up. I mean, again, if you're playing the Shield Energy, and you're playing the Stadium, and you're playing Hard Charms or Assault Vest or something like that, you could really wall these guys really well. And so Scizor EX, for just 1 metal energy on his first turn, hit for 20, and it's pretty much make sure he doesn't get knocked out unless he's fighting some fire deck. Alright, and then for 2 metal energies, we got Gale Thrust. It does 50 damage, but if this Pokemon was on your bench and became your active Pokemon this turn, this attack does an additional 60 more damage. Now, if you have Zoroark or Keldeo, if we're looking at expanded, that's not going to be too hard to do. I mean, you can just retreat and then, or you can have them rush in and then just retreat back into it, and you'll always be able to hit for that 110 damage. So that doesn't seem like it's too bad, especially since it's just 2 metal energies. Though we do still have other Pokemon that can hit for 110 for just lightning and a colorless. So why did they make it 2 metal? Why didn't they do 1 metal and 1 colorless? I don't know. Seems like Manectric's getting all the love, but the metal aren't getting the love. Anyway, that's just my take on it. Alright, so let's see. Can Mega Scizor make up for, make up for the lack of stuff that metal's getting opposed to other types? Let's see. Iron Crusher. Okay, so Mega Scizor here. Iron Crusher, again, 2 metal energies, so at least it synergizes with its basic EX form better. Iron Crusher, though, does 120 damage, and you may either discard a special energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon or discard a Stadium in play. I don't know. I still think Mega Manectric got the better deal. I mean, for a lightning and a colorless, hit for 110 and be able to put 2 energies on one of your bench Pokemon, that seems a lot stronger. To discard a special energy, I guess it could be good. But Toad is kind of going out. I mean, the Jirachi promo that came out, at Breakpoint, is pretty much making Toad and Giratina a lot less effective than they used to be. So I don't know. And then being able to discard a Stadium in play, that may be good, but if it's your Stadium, it's not going to help. I guess the one matchup I could see this helping against is Primal Groudon, because then it would force your opponent to have to put a Stadium down right before Gaia Volcano goes off. But most of those decks are running 6 Stadiums anyway, so the chance of them not drawing into a Stadium is pretty unlikely. Anyway, so 120 damage, I don't know, Pokemon. It just seems a little lacking. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it, guys. Tell me what you think. Is there a combination that I'm overlooking that maybe Mega Scizor can be combined with somebody else? I mean, we're talking about 2 metal energy, so it's not like you're really even going to need Bronzong all that much. And I mean, I guess you could use him for 1 metal energy and then stream Mega Scizors over and over and over again if you needed it. But I don't know. Anyway, this is PokeDad. Hit like, subscribe, comment below. Please tell me what your opinion on this card is. And you know, if there is something I'm overlooking, please let me know. How would you use this card in your deck? Anyway, guys, this is PokeDad signing off. We'll talk to you later. Bye.